LittleBigPlanet is one of those games that's just kind of perfect for nostalgia and creativity. So it was pretty tragic when, 2 years ago, the game was finally caved in due to DDoSers and so many other little small things that it just wasn't enough for Sony to keep it alive. And it really, really sucked. There were so many interesting levels and so many interesting people and creativity that not only shaped my childhood, but so many other childhoods. And there was always this demand for an LBP4 or some sort of successor. And there's been attempts at that, Dreams, that was pretty cool. I mean, it also suffered a similar fate. But when one of the figureheads of the community comes out of nowhere promising a private server that works on consoles, well, that's perfect. No jailbreaking, just download something onto a USB. Well, goddamn. That's perfect, isn't it? It sounds great, almost a little too good to be true almost, right? Well, that's because it was. You see, A has turned out, if anything, to be working against the LBP community rather than trying to help, and instead has put this mask on of being a heroic sort of savior of LBP.
Oh, now he wants to say it.
Shut up. It's not okay to say nigger. Hey, don't say nigger.
You fucking nigger.
Nah, I just say you fucking black guy.
Oh man. Yeah, come on, bro. It's a fucking word.
Now, you might be thinking, oh, well, he said some shitty, awful things. What does this have to do with a private server? It can run and still be ran by a racist. And I mean, sure, morally, I don't know if I would agree with that, but hey, it's not affecting anyone, right? Too bad he's friends with the fucking DDoSers that shut the game down in the first place.
Yeah, you doing that kind of freed me. I started playing COD more,
Oh yeah, you weren't on anything but LVP.
Yeah. I was on Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1, but that kind of, just killed it off. But thanks anyways.
And it also doesn't help that this motherfucker not only is friends with them, not only has one of the DDoSers working on this private server, but also helped take down the fucking game. Granted, as far as we know, it's really only the PS3 and the PS Vita versions, but who's to say he wasn't involved in, taking down the PS4 version?
Wait, they just took it down! What the fuck?
No, you're using an old script. There's no way.
No,
Check the fucking thing.
What am I checking?
The Discord.
It doesn't check every second.
It just updated.
48.
Look at the ping! Look at the ping!
Oh!
Bro!
Let's go!
So this fucking poser is not only responsible for the death of this franchise, but also was making a private server for console, which had you download something onto a USB. Downloading something in general is risky from a source because it could have any kind of malware or virus on it, right? But also, there's the fact that downloading something in console won't brick it, but it could give people access to something like your IP or purchases and just act generally in bad faith. The problem I have, that I've yet to see really be brought up in any meaningful way, is the fact that a lot of LBP fans now are young, somewhere between 10 and 15, right? And sometimes kids don't know any better. You would be taking advantage of a very young portion of that fan base. That's pretty fucked up, honestly. And it makes me angry, not only because he's caused one of my childhood and favorite games to die, but also that you are taking advantage, again, of a younger fucking fan base that don't know any better and really just want to see their favorite game back to life. It is scum-worthy. In fact, not even worthy, it is a scumbag thing to do. And you know better, he knew better, and yet he was willing to do that. And sure, maybe the LBPOnline thing did work, and maybe it wasn't risky, but considering he ran off and has blocked any form of communication in his Discord server, has not said anything about the supposed release date, which is today at the time of recording this, yeah, I don't think it is coming out, which is probably for the best, because it means that it can avoid any kind of damage to these things. And I do believe that they were acting in bad faith because they've done it before with the servers. So getting a bunch of kids who can download something and potentially giving them malware or fucking with their account, I'm sorry, You're not acting in good faith. I do not trust you. I was suspicious of this motherfucker, and it turns out I was right, and a lot of other people were right.
Yo, really loud.
Can't do that anymore.
Nah, do it.
I'm not doing it.
Why? Because they're all Mexican. You don't care.
You gotta remember, only 2 people in this house are.
To add on to this, if you are part of the community in the earlier days and are a lot older, like myself, you will remember a guy called Latin Player 10. Latin Player 10 was a guy who got access to people's levels, probably via the copy feature, copy the names of the levels and the descriptions of all these things, and get plays and attention and be put on the front, and it annoyed a lot of people because it essentially defeated the purpose of the game. So, he wasn't Latin Player 10, but he was a clone of him called the Dead Creator. And the Dead Creator did the same thing. So not only was this moron doing this, but was also doing sketchy shit way back when. This man cannot avoid controversy. He cannot avoid it.
Thoughts of suicidal shit and all that. Go ahead, go do it. You know, it's
ironic.
But here's the thing to look at. Ignoring all the racist and homophobic shit, and telling people to off themselves, and being responsible for the death of the game, here's the thing. It did work. Now, whether it was via a sticker or whether it was from the DNS method, who knows? We'll never know. But the fact is, if someone got a hold of the LBP servers and they worked, right? Who's to say that someone else who would be acting in good faith, such as, say, LBP Union or Beacon, not that I'm too familiar with those sides of things, but they seem pretty reputable, who's to say that they wouldn't, you know, put out a similar method for console players? And, you know, give it another shot. Any kind of method of accessing servers will be iffy, right? But again, there is hope that one day, maybe, if LBP4 doesn't exist, there is always one chance, one day, that someone will come along, someone who really just wants to see this game come back and bring it back from the dead, at least for a little while. So don't lose faith, don't let go. One bad person, don't let it ruin a good franchise for you. Don't let this shitheel ruin any kind of positive measure. One bad faith person should not ruin an entire community, you know? I would also highly recommend watching a video by a guy called LiveMo04, I believe, called Welcome to LBPOnline. It's a better made video than me, alright? Give it a watch. It's very funny. And I'm also going to put a lot of the Reddit posts that kind of covered all of the controversy and shit better than I did. I just wanted to talk about this because I love LBP. It's been in my life as far as I can remember. No one else was really saying much about it. So whether I make a difference or not, I suppose it doesn't matter. But I just felt the need to talk about this. So appreciate you checking it out. Fuck A. And let's try to be better than him.